So if you're in the trucking industry by now, you've probably heard about the 60 Minutes investigation into Super Ego Holding. It's all over the internet and all over the news right now. But what I'm seeing is a lot of people don't actually understand what exactly Super Ego was doing and how big of a deal this actually is to the trucking industry. And before we go any further, I want to say that I am aware that Super Ego is not the only company that is operating like this. We know that there are tons of others, but this video is just to explain exactly what these companies are doing and why these type of companies must be stopped. So what are Super Ego and others actually doing that's so bad? So they're doing multiple things. These things include forcing drivers to run unsafe hours, not maintaining equipment, not keeping up with maintenance records or compliance, and basically ignoring the rules that the rest of us have to follow. Then on top of that, you got situations where rates are getting manipulated, where a load might be paying one thing, and by the time it gets to the driver or the carrier, it's paying a whole lot less. So if you operate a trucking company or you're just in the industry period, you know that operating your company like this will eventually catch up to you. The company will start getting violations, inspections, crashes, possible audits, and then their CSA scores will go way up. So when CSA scores go up, your insurance rates go way up, and good freight becomes harder to obtain. So then what do companies like Super Ego do when their CSA scores go up and their insurance rates go through the roof? So instead of putting in the work, spending the money that it takes to correct these issues, they just shut that MC down and then illegally open a new one, getting a fresh start with a clean slate like nothing ever happened. So how does this affect everyone else in the industry? Running a legitimate trucking company is very expensive. You need an effective maintenance program, you need efficient and accurate record keeping, you need driver training, truck repairs, and extremely high insurance rates. These things are not optional and they all cost money, a lot of money. So when you've got companies that are out there skipping all of this, their overhead is much less. Therefore, they can haul freight much cheaper. And when they haul it cheaper, they take all of the loads. And that's where this becomes a real problem, because now the companies who are doing things right can't even compete in the market. Rates get pushed down, the good carriers get squeezed out, and at the same time, the roads get much more dangerous because you have these trucks out there on the road that are not being maintained and they're just falling apart. That's very dangerous. And then on top of all of this, you got stuff like double brokering going on in the industry, where someone who's often overseas pretends to be a carrier, books a load, and then turns around and sells that load to an actual carrier for much less money, pocketing the difference. So whether that was part of this situation or not, it's the same type of crooked behavior. No accountability, just skimming money and cutting corners. So I'm all for competition in trucking. That's what makes this industry work. And usually I'm against more government regulation, but in this case, the lack of regulation has hurt the transportation industry heavily. So I'm glad this is finally getting some attention because it has been going on for a long time, and it's time to fix it and get the transportation industry back to what it is supposed to be. So if you like this video, please be sure to like, follow, and subscribe. Thank you, and stay safe out there.